Ever wonder how people with average incomes manage to drive high-end luxury cars? The secret lies in extreme depreciation and the used car market. Today, we are looking at the top 10 cars people buy to impress everyone, even though they cost less than a brand new economy sedan. Let's break down the real market prices and the hidden costs of maintenance. Number 1, the 2014 to 2016 Maserati Ghibli. When this car first hit the showrooms, it had a starting price of around $75,000. It features that legendary Trident badge and an exhaust note designed by Ferrari engineers. To the average person on the street, it looks like an exclusive exotic. However, the reality of the used car market is completely different. Today, you can buy this exact Maserati at auctions or from private sellers for anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000. That is the price of a used standard commuter car. Why is it so cheap? Catastrophic depreciation and reliability issues. The interior actually shares many cheap plastic buttons and parts straight out of budget-friendly Dodge rental cars. And despite the cheap purchase price, the maintenance still costs like a $75,000 luxury car. A simple oil change can cost $400, and a full brake job can easily reach $2,000. It is the perfect illusion of status, but a massive financial trap for the owner. Number 2, the 2007 to 2013 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, specifically the W221 model. For decades, the S-Class has been the global benchmark for luxury, used by world leaders, CEOs, and royalty. When new, these flagship sedans carried a price tag between $90,000 and $100,000. They were packed with cutting-edge technology, like night vision and massage seats, that many modern cars still don't offer today. However, in today's used market, you can pick up this symbol of presidential power for just $10,000 to $15,000. That is actually less than the price of a brand new, basic entry-level hatchback. So, why is it so cheap? The main reason is its extreme complexity. The W221 features a sophisticated air suspension system called Airmatic and miles of complex electronic wiring. A single air strut replacement can cost over $1,000, and if a major electronic control module fails, the repair bill can easily reach half the value of the entire car. It offers world-class comfort, but it demands a massive and constant budget for maintenance. Number 3, the Range Rover L322, produced between 2002 and 2012. For over a decade, this was the undisputed king of luxury SUVs, favored by celebrities and high society families alike. When these first rolled off the assembly line, they cost anywhere from $80,000 to over $100,000. It offered a command driving position and an interior that feels like a private yacht on wheels. Today, you can find a decent-looking Range Rover on the used market for as little as $8,000 to $12,000. To the average person, it looks like you've made it to the top. But behind that majestic exterior lies a mechanical nightmare. These cars were built with incredibly complex engineering, featuring complicated air suspension and engines that require meticulous care. A failing air compressor or a leaking airbag can cost thousands, and common transmission issues often exceed the car's current resale value. It's the ultimate status symbol for a bargain price, but only if you have a massive repair budget and a very patient mechanic. Number 4, the BMW 7 Series, specifically the E65 generation produced between 2002 and 2008. When this car was released, it was a revolution in automotive design and technology. As BMW's flagship, it cost anywhere from $75,000 to over $120,000. It introduced the world to the first iDrive system and featured a level of comfort that made you feel like you were traveling in a first-class private jet. Fast forward to today, and you can find these massive luxury sedans on the used market for as little as $4,000 to $7,000. It's one of the cheapest ways to get a V8 engine and a high-status badge. But there's a catch. This generation of the 7 Series is notorious for being one of the most electronically complex cars ever made. From failing transmission logic to endless oil leaks and cooling system meltdowns, the repair bills are legendary. A simple suspension fix or an electronic module failure can easily cost $3,000, which is nearly the price of the entire car. It looks like the ultimate boss car, but it can quickly turn into a permanent resident of your local mechanic's shop. Number 5, the Audi A8, specifically the D3 generation produced between 2002 and 2009. This was Audi's ultimate technological masterpiece, designed to compete with the best from Mercedes and BMW. When new, these all-aluminum flagship sedans cost between $70,000 and over $90,000. It featured the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system and an interior that defined German minimalist luxury. Today, you can find this cinematic icon on the used market for as little as $5,000 to $9,000. It still looks incredibly modern and understated, making anyone look like a high-level professional or a secret agent. But the A8 is famous for its complex air suspension and high-tech MMI system, which are prone to expensive failures. Because the body is made entirely of aluminum, even a minor accident can result in a repair bill that totals the car. Additionally, the labor-intensive timing chain service on the V8 models can cost more than what you paid for the entire vehicle. It's a masterpiece of engineering that can easily become a masterpiece of financial ruin. Number 6. The first-generation Porsche Cayenne, produced between 2003 and 2010. This was the car that saved Porsche and proved that an SUV could handle like a sports car. When it was launched, it shocked the world with its performance and luxury, carrying a price tag anywhere from $60,000 to over $100,000 for the turbo models. It features the iconic Porsche badge and an interior filled with premium materials. Fast forward to the present day, and you can find these powerful German SUVs on the used market for as little as $5,000 to $10,000. For the price of a used economy car, you can own a vehicle with a Porsche crest on the steering wheel. However, owning an early Cayenne can be a financial roller coaster. The V8 models are famous for plastic coolant pipes that eventually burst, potentially destroying the engine. They are also prone to bore scoring and expensive air suspension failures. Because it's a heavy, high-performance vehicle, it goes through expensive tires and brakes much faster than a normal SUV. It's an incredible piece of Porsche history, but it demands a specialized mechanic and a very deep pocket for repairs. Number 7. The Jaguar XJ, specifically the X351 generation produced between 2010 and 2019. This car was a radical departure for Jaguar, moving away from old-fashioned designs to a sleek, modern masterpiece. When brand new, these British flagships cost between $75,000 and well over $100,000. It features a lightweight aluminum body and an interior that feels like a high-end London cigar lounge. Today, you can find a stunning XJ on the used market for as little as $12,000 to $18,000. For the price of a used economy car, you can drive a vehicle that looks like it belongs to the royal family. But under that gorgeous aluminum skin lies a world of electrical gremlins. The XJ is notorious for mysterious dashboard warnings, failing infotainment screens, and sunroof rattles that are incredibly expensive to fix. The cooling system is also a weak point, and a single plastic part failure can lead to catastrophic engine damage. It's easily one of the most beautiful cars on this list, but it demands the maintenance budget of a king to keep it on the road. Number 8. The first-generation Bentley Continental GT, produced between 2003 and 2011. When this Grand Tourer was released, it redefined the high-end luxury market. Hand-built in England with a massive W12 engine, it cost anywhere from $150,000 to over $200,000. It was the ultimate flex for athletes, celebrities, and high-level executives. Today, you can find this heavy British icon on the used market for as little as $25,000 to $35,000. That is roughly the price of a brand new mid-range family SUV. But beware, the Continental GT is an incredibly complex machine. A simple vacuum leak can require the entire massive engine to be removed just for access, costing over $5,000 in labor alone. It features 2 separate batteries, a complicated air suspension system, and aging electronics that are notorious for failing. It's a 6-figure lifestyle for a fraction of the cost, but only if you have a massive bank account ready for the upkeep. Number 9. The second-generation BMW X5, known as the E70, produced between 2007 and 2013. This was the car that perfected the luxury sport SUV formula, offering incredible handling and a dominant road presence. When new, a well-equipped X5 cost anywhere from $60,000 to over $90,000 for the high-performance M models. It was the ultimate status symbol for suburban families and aspiring entrepreneurs. Today, you can find a clean-looking E70 on the used market for as little as $7,000 to $12,000. For the price of a used economy hatchback, you can drive a massive German SUV with a premium badge. But the E70 is notorious for being high maintenance. The V8 models are plagued by the N63 engine issues, including massive oil consumption and failing turbochargers. Even the reliable 6-cylinder models suffer from endless cooling system failures, oil leaks, and expensive electronic glitches. It looks like a solid investment in your image, but it can quickly become a solid investment in your mechanic's retirement fund. Number 10. The 5th-generation Maserati Quattroporte, produced between 2003 and 2012. Designed by Pininfarina, this was the car that brought true Italian flair to the luxury sedan world. When it was new, this rolling piece of art cost anywhere from $90,000 to over $130,000. Its biggest selling point? A soulful V8 engine built by Ferrari, making it one of the best-sounding sedans ever created. Today, you can find this Italian masterpiece on the used market for an unbelievable $15,000 to $22,000. For the price of a used midsize sedan, you can tell everyone you drive a Ferrari-powered exotic. But owning a Quattroporte is a high-stakes gamble. The early models feature the notorious Duo Select automated manual gearbox, which can wear out its expensive clutch every 10,000 miles. The interior is also famous for sticky buttons, where the premium coating turns into a messy black goo. Repairs are eye-wateringly expensive, often requiring the engine to be partially disassembled for simple tasks. It is the ultimate expression of Italian passion, but it requires the maintenance budget of a supercar to keep its heart beating. So, before you chase the illusion of wealth, remember, the cheapest part of owning these cars is often the purchase price. Buy with your head, not just your heart, and always keep a repair fund ready. Which of these legends would you actually risk your savings for? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the automotive world.